Hello and welcome to another training camp recap video on the Giant Take YouTube channel. My name is Josh and I'm joined by my friend and my co-host Alex. Still down at the Jersey Shore, but again, we will be back tomorrow for training camp day 5. But we're here to talk about day 4, and we got our trusted sources on Twitter and various platforms helping us out with the coverage from training camp today. But first of all, Alex, how are you doing? That's the most important question. Before we go into everything, got to check on everyone's mental health. It's a big thing here in 2023. Got to make sure everyone's good before we get to the content. So, Alex, how are you?
I mean, I wish I was at camp. I'm going to be honest with you. I know you and I have been having withdrawals the past couple of days here that we haven't been able to be at camp, but our addiction will be fed tomorrow and more this week. So that's good. So I'm excited for that, but I am disappointed that we weren't there today. But it sounded like it was a pretty jam-packed day with a lot of stuff going on. So I'm happy that we are here to at least cover it. I'll say that.
No, I definitely agree. And with that being said, now that we've covered that part of the beginning of the video, let's get into the recap itself. Sterling Shepard and Jamison Crowder returned to practice today. They were both, Shepard was off the PUP list, and then Crowder's was just sort of an injury. Just an injury.
I think Crowder was also on the PUP list, I
don't believe so. I thought it was like a non-football injury or whatever it was called.
Yeah. Okay, so they were both off a list. There you go.
Of some sort. They were both injured, and now they're both back. So that's the exciting thing the conclusion that we are getting to. Both Jamison Crowder and Sterling Shepard returned to the field. When it comes to the other injury updates, we have Nunes Roches, who had that car accident right outside the Giants facilities. He returned today in a red non-contact jersey, excuse me. But yeah, again, that was a weird situation. They didn't give much on that besides that Nunes Roches got in a car accident within or just
concussion, I believe he got.
The Giants facility, got placed in concussion protocol, but luckily nothing too serious injury-wise, so very lucky for him. But yeah, that was just an odd situation that happened about a week ago. Then you also have Cole Beasley and Darius Owens returning to practice from their camp injuries. If you remember, Owens had a collision with another Giants player that kept him out a few days. He was also placed in concussion protocol, but it seems like he cleared that. And then Cole Beasley had an injury coming into camp as well. I think that was a lower body, like a knee injury or some sort.
I think he got a quad injury on day 3. I think it was that he sat out, or he had got a quad injury on day 2 that kept him out day 3, and now he's back day 4.
And then finally, we had Jahad Ward and Ryan Jones, who sat out of practice today. Do we have any updates on that? If those were injuries or just?
So Jahad Ward was definitely an injury, but we do not know what type of injury. And then Ryan Jones, we have no information of why he is sitting out.
Okay. So there you go. Very nice reporting there from Alex on that. And let's go to the starting lineups now on offense and defense, and then we'll do the same thing as we've done every day. If you watch these videos, I'll say them. Alex will break them down and see why they are important. So first of all, the offense: Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, Andrew Thomas, Tyree Phillips, John Michael Schmitz, or JMS, Mark Lewinsky, Evan Neal, Darren Waller, Darius Slayton, Paris Campbell, and Isaiah Hodgins. Alex, break this one down.
Yeah, so we're seeing tackle Tyree Phillips fill in at that left guard spot. The Giants trying something new at that left guard spot today with Tyree Phillips there. Not a natural guard, but definitely on the smaller end for a tackle, so definitely could play the guard position, I think. So interesting that they decided to put him out there. We've seen rotation with Bredesen, Azudu, other guys, Lemieux out there at left guard. Another, test trial here with Tyree Phillips. So I thought that was interesting. JMS back at center. We've seen him and Bredesen kind of rotate there. And then I'll kind of skip forward to something we're going to talk about a little bit later in the episode. But Bredesen actually was taking right guard reps today with the second team. So that's something interesting. We've seen him at left guard. We've seen him at center. Now we're seeing him at right guard with the second team. So could he possibly be playing right guard with the first team, maybe stepping over Glowinski in the future in training camp? Something we'll have to wait and see.
And now moving on to the defense, we had Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau, Azizo Jalari, Bobby Okereke, Darian Beavers, Adoree Jackson, Cordell Flott, Deontay Banks, Jason Pinnock, and Xavier McKinney.
I got to mention this every episode because it's a little bit misleading. Beavers and McFadden have been splitting first team reps, so that's something important to note always, but Beavers is technically the starter. And then Flott back in for Darnay Holmes at the nickel position, and then Pinnock back in at safety alongside Xavier McKinney over the likes of Bobby McKay and Dane Belton, etc.
All right, we now move on to some more news. Tre Hawkins once again killing it in training camp so far, having a great first 4 days. He had multiple successful one-on-ones, and which is what like we saw in that interception, the practice that we were at, would that be day 2, and then 11-on-11 reps today was also good for the young rookie. Giants had offense do scenarios from their own 1-yard line. Daniel Jones, he went 11 for 12, and today's 11-on-11 drills, which again is continuing the success of Daniel Jones, finding his number 1 tight end and option at the moment, Darren Waller, and Darius Slayton, the main targets, as they had 4 catches each.
Yeah, you can see a pattern here. It's definitely heavy with Darren Waller, and then at the receiver position, you're seeing a lot of Slayton and a lot of Campbell, kind of alternating. Last practice, it was Campbell. This practice, it's Slayton. A couple practices ago, it was Slayton. Before that, it was Campbell on day 1. So you can kind of see where some of his main targets are going early on in camp. So I think that's certainly interesting. There are not a lot of Hodgins, which has been, I think, a little bit surprising so far, considering how big of a season he had last year. Jason Pinnock had a one-handed interception at the end of practice, literally the last play of practice, which was pretty impressive on a Daniel Jones kind of just chuck up. He was under pressure, so he just kind of chucked the ball at the end, and it was intercepted. So that is his one incompletion. And the play at nickel corner really struggled today. Flott on the first team, Holmes in the second team, especially on one-on-ones you could see against Darren Waller, against other receivers, Cole Beasley, Paris Campbell, etc. They were just getting cooked every single time, both of them, Flott and Holmes. So the nickel corner position is certainly a concerning one at the moment. And then Jalen Hyatt got a deep touchdown pass in 11-on-11s from Tyrod Taylor. He just burnt everyone for a touchdown, and that really shows his explosiveness, what danger he brings to this Giants team, and what the defense has to worry about going behind them. So exciting stuff there from Hyatt. Not so exciting in terms of the nickel situation, nickel corner. So that's something we have to watch develop.
And that's going to do it for our recap of day 4. Hopefully more detailed information as we are there to see it firsthand tomorrow in day 5, as well as the rest of the week. Again, coverage goes as this. Me and Alex are going to be there both Monday and Tuesday. Alex is planning on going solo on Thursday, and then we'll be back together on Friday. So again, a full week of training camp coverage from us live in person. So go follow on those social medias that you see there you go in the bottom. Wait, no, I'm still pointing my finger that way. Yeah. Bottom left on your screen.
Yep.
At the Giant Take Pod on Twitter is that main one. You're gonna actually both Twitter and TikTok are the main ones you're gonna want to follow, and Giant Take on Instagram and Facebook. We post on there as well. So hit that subscribe button down below. Drop a like if you like this video. Hit us in the comments what you thought of day 4, and we will see you in the next training camp recap video. Peace.